Which one is best? Which one is worst? Which one is last? Which one is first? You can have your opinions, but we say what? Hello, witches and crows. Welcome to We Say What, where we say what and women rule the world. Today, I am joined by my ravenous co-host, Priscilla Kavanaugh. And
well, I am a Taurus.
and another. Is it only about eating? I felt like it's about gorgeousness.
It is always about food, yes.
My co-host, Priscilla Kavanaugh. I don't know. I'm trying. And my equally gorgeous friend, Mena Kuchi, who I met in a line for the Golden Crappies in the year 2019, just before the COVID epidemic hit. Actually, maybe it was the beginning of 2020. It was January.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right before. And she fed me pizza in a time of need, which was delightful.
Sounds about right.
She's in my one photo that I have with Ariana from Vanderpump Rules. So anytime I show that photo off, I'm showing you off as well. And I was made an honorary Bay Area Betch that night, so I felt very special. And she is just an all-around badass herself and an activist, and she's doing so many good things for the world that I wanted to have her on so she could talk about them. So welcome, Mena, to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Seriously, really, it's awesome.
We've got a lot to talk about today and a little bit of admin, but I will just say that the topic for today is going to be about women. We're going to talk about inventions specifically made by women. But before we get there, first of all, we have an update from Priscilla about making love. So, Priscilla, the floor is yours.
My trauma continues.
Yeah.
By now, you hopefully have learned and have heard and are still listening to this podcast, our cringiest words episode, where making love was a finalist, I believe. And my criteria for determining whether or not a word was more cringy than another is, do I have the capacity to say this in front of my dad? Yeah. So I was like, making like that got pretty far. And I shared a story about the day after recording that podcast, my dad's girlfriend told me to go make love with my husband. And I was absolutely traumatized by that. A couple days after recording the podcast where I retold that story, I saw my dad and his girlfriend.
Don't say
and I don't know why. Because my dad and I share that I always talk about how I'm on a higher vibration and more connected to the membrane of the universe. And my dad and I share that. So I was like, oh, here's a membrane story. That's what we call these like coincidences. And I start telling the story that I had just told. And I realize as I'm going through it, I'm going to have to say, make love to my dad multiple times. And I couldn't reverse. I couldn't get out of it. So I said it several times. And then we were in a loud place. So several times they were like, wait, what did you say? So I had to repeat it.
Oftentimes our trauma is self-inflicted. And this is something to go over with your therapist, I would say.
I know. So I mean, we probably hit a baker's dozen. I had to say it in the end.
No. And don't ever say it again. Just don't say it to anybody ever again. I think
just stop saying it, everyone. Writers, stop working it in. Find something else. Stop working it into your materials. I don't want to see it on my TV. It doesn't make sense. No one uses it in real life except to tell their own dads stories about themselves.
But no longer. After today, no more.
No more. And also, I'll put up my my Venmo and my PayPal so you can all donate to my therapy.
We need to go.
I got $5 on that one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mena, do you have a cringy word that is your least favorite to hear?
Oh my God.
Put you on the spot. So if not, don't worry.
Let me think.
Like, what does panties do anything for you, or moist?
Panties, like, actually, yeah, because, okay, so panties are more often used, and this is like really not appropriate, but like for little girls. And I just find that very disturbing. So yes, panties is a trigger. I'm trying to think.
Panties.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't have one off the top of my head, but panties.
Okay. Well, if something comes to you later, you can send it to us.
Shout it out.
Yeah,
shout it out. Yeah, we'll pop
and
it.
It will. It'll definitely. I'll be like, oh my God, yes, there it is. Bing. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, another update, two more actual updates that we have to come up with. One of them is a witch on Facebook mentioned Priscilla that in our bonus episode about potatoes, which you can go check out on Patreon, it's a free bonus episode. They're not all free, but this one we thought you needed to hear, so go check it out. She noticed that again, there was some pierogi erasure on your part. So she was a little distraught that pierogies were not on the list and wanted me to point that out to you.
Well, my question to her and to anyone here is a pierogi a way to prepare a potato, or is a potato an ingredient in a pierogi? I would argue the latter.
I think it's like if a potato and a pasta had a baby. So I can see where it might have been left off. Somebody also mentioned au gratin, which we did talk about in the scallop conversation.
I don't think that person listened all the way, because
Correct.
We did say,
do your homework, friends.
yeah, guys.
I feel so sad that I missed this conversation. That should have been the episode potato talk. Like,
Ooh, potato talk could be, TM. Well, that could be a whole podcast.
Every month.
it could, yeah.
Welcome
There's
back to
plenty-
Potato Talk.
So you even have a mascot ready already.
Potato. Ooh, yeah, that, yeah.
It's probably stinky by now.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
one
don't know.
other.
Go ahead.
One other note, and this was from our dear friend Ruth from The Questionable Mom, and she was livid. She left us 2 voice notes yesterday on Instagram. And yes, I screenshotted them. I won't read the entire ones, but please go listen to them at your leisure. I'm going to ask her if it's okay if we post them here, and I will if I can. But some of the quotes were, first of all, she wants salsa to be in the same category as hummus, which means that neither of them should have been on the bracket of condiments. But she said, salsa should be illegal on the condiment list. I've never been so heated up about anything before. Obviously, I love you guys, but this was a huge mistake.
Oh, so I'm so sorry. I'm listening right now to this particular episode while I'm simultaneously texting in a group chat. And I just like blindly gave them like, hey, hummus and salsa, like condiments, dips, both are dips. Both are dips. In fact, you know what? I've had more sandwiches with hummus as a spread on said sandwich than I have ever had salsa included on anything other than dipping a chip into it. And I know this is not a big deal and the episode's already out, like whatever. I've never been so heated up about anything ever before. Salsa should be illegal on the condiment list. Period. Also, I love you guys so much. Like, obviously, I'm joking, but, like, I'm dead serious. Like, salsa should be illegal. That's not a condiment, you guys. It's not. What do you mean?
I mean, she was really upset.
Wow.
Yeah. We know we upset you guys. And leave it in the comments. Send us the notes. We really like to hear it. We love you so much. And we're sorry, but we say what? That's the name of the podcast.
We do say what. But this is what we're here for, is to frustrate and delight.
New tagline. And I don't know, do we have time to read a review as well? Should I read a 5-star?
Well, first I think we need to know Mena's favorite condiment.
Oh yeah, what's your favorite condiment?
Oh my God.
We're really putting you on the spot today.
I know.
Well, let's see.
What's your
let's
least
see
favorite word?
Okay, so it's a bucket of this chili flakes oil, and it's sweet
Yes.
though, and it has a little person on the front. And I told my friends that I thought it was like a man, and they were like, no, that's a woman. And I was very felt like I disrespected them wholeheartedly, because I should be like, I love this condiment so much that I should memorize the face and really have studied it. But yeah, I put it on almost everything. I think it's like a Chinese food condiment, I think.
Yeah.
Crunchy chili oil did make it to maybe round 3 in the bracket. So I think you're on safe footing here.
Yeah, I don't know if I think that it's like there's multiple kinds, and I think this one's the sweeter one or something. It has like these little these little squares, crunchy squares in them. Is that the same thing? I just know the one that I get
They all
is
count.
different from. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's like, if I could just carry a jar of that around, I'd be very, very
You
happy.
would love, you and Nor would get along.
Yeah.
That's who we had on the condiment.
You might already know
conversation.
Nor. At
Yeah,
least
I
just
think
listen
I
to her
do know
pod.
Nor. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
the reality is, friend of the pod, she's great too. So.
Friend of the pod,
she's-
passionate about condiments.
Oh.
chili oil specifically.
That's all my top of the show stuff. Does anybody else have anything they want to bring up? Any burning desires before we talk about the best womenvention, which is, of course, a portmanteau of women inventions?
No, I'm good.
No.
No.
Awesome.
No.
Okay, great.
I'm down to dive
Perfect.
in.
Okay. I do have a little bit of background on some of these, so if you need it, let me know. But I feel like we're going to know what all these things are.
Okay, yeah.
So first round, Fire Escape versus Whiteout, both invented by women. Maybe I should say the names of the women. I think that's maybe
Oh yeah,
nice.
let's give them all the props.
Yeah, okay. Well, Fire Escape was Anna Connolly in 1887, and Whiteout was Betty Neesmith. Don't know the year.
Is it
Mena,
a
what are your
comp-
thoughts here?
Yeah, is it a competition? I mean, I
Yeah.
think Fire Escape.
It's got to be Fire Escape.
It's gotta
It's
be Fire
multiple
Escape.
yeah.
uses. You have the Carrie Bradshaw Sex and the City moment on the Fire Escapes, right? Who doesn't love that
Mhm.
vibe? It's a whole vibe. It's a whole scene. It's a whole place that
Mhm.
love and romance and probably robberies also. So bad stuff probably happens on.
I love that this is where you went first. It's like, okay, first vibes of the Fire Escape.
Yes, 'cause come on. What movie that's based in New York doesn't have a Fire Escape reference, scene, moment? It's
Is
very
it? Oh,
iconic.
Pretty Woman. The end of Pretty Woman.
Absolutely.
He climbs up the fire escape.
That's
I think that's
right.
in California, but regardless, doesn't he climb up the fire escape?
Oh,
There's the
yes.
umbrella. He has to pull
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
the thing?
yeah, yeah. Fire
Yeah.
escapes are all about romance.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and I'm a safety girl. You know me. I love a fire blanket. I love a fire escape. I love any sort of
Yeah.
extinguisher, that sort of thing. Whiteout, while valuable, is becoming less necessary these days because we don't do so much handwriting of the documents.
Mhm.
Although I do want to point out, if you have a child who gets very frustrated when they make mistakes and they want like a whole new piece of paper every time, whiteout tape is another amazing thing. Not the same, but very, very helpful for that sort of situation. And it's fast and saves a lot of paper.
I would say that whiteout tape is superior.
Yeah.
I was
But
gonna
I don't know
say
who
if that
invented
was what was on the list, we'd have a real competition here. But
But no,
it's not.
it's the
so,
goop.
No.
the goopy stuff.
And very little romance surrounding whiteout.
Well, the
Yeah.
tape though, how many love letters did we write? And then the tape, like, because the tape was the one that I used as a love letter writing person. I think it was a little bit older. Yeah.
You could even use it as like an address label on the front if you had like a red envelope and then put like a whiteout tape on the front to really make the address pop. I mean, I can see it having romantic. Is this going to be a romantic bracket?
I think that's going to be,
One criteria.
that's the criteria. Which is sexier?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
Fire Escape moves forward. Next round. This is going to be a little bit harder, I think.
Okay.
We've got a combination of, and let me get the inventor names ready. Wi-Fi, GPS, and Bluetooth by Hedy Lamar.
Hedy Lamar.
Hedy, thank you. She patented frequency hopping, spread spectrum technology in 1942 to guide torpedoes, which then was the foundation for those three things.
Okay.
Or chemotherapy, invented by Jane Cook Wright.
Damn it, Jackie.
I know. We find ourselves at the age-old question that we were in at the other invention episode we did, where it's science versus health or medicine.
Yeah.
Which I guess medicine is a subsection of science, but still.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Mm.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
My brain went to the Hedy Lamar invention sort of being like a ancestor to AI, which makes me want
Angry?
to vote against it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, how many people have these things helped or prevent? I'm gonna go chemotherapy.
I think it has to be chemo for me too. We can use maps. You know what I mean? We don't need GPS. I
We
get
use a map
lost?
to send a torpedo.
Well, no, I mean, but I'm not talking about the torpedo aspect.
Yeah.
I'm specifically talking about Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is the one where it's a bummer, but you can plug in. GPS, I got lost many, many times in high school, but I was eventually able to get to the zoo. 3 hours later, I saw a zebra. And then Bluetooth, again, I do require a headphone to be in my ear 75% of the day. Could it be wired? Yes. I think those all have a workaround. Chemo is right now gold standard.
Yeah.
For the big C. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you
okay.
think?
So, I mean, I'm a little biased because I just finished going through chemo last year,
Oh,
and probably actually I'm getting re-diagnosed right now. It's probably gonna have to do it again. Definitely gonna have
Wow.
to
Oh
do
my
it again, but
goodness.
it's okay. Yeah. Not to bring down the vibes because it'll be fine because it's here and it works.
Yep.
So I feel like I'm a little biased, but when I think of Bluetooth, I just think of how many relationships, again, back to romance, how many times did that shit connect to the wrong thing, like a car, and someone's talking and having a conversation with a girlfriend or a boyfriend or like a guy friend, and they're complaining about their partner or their spouse, and their shit just gets blown up. So I think metaphorically, right, with the torpedo, and in this way, I don't like the
Mm.
Bluetooth. I feel like it's caused a lot of problems. But also back to what Priscilla said with the AI, like Bluetooth it's or Wi-Fi and all that. Yeah. So I would say I'm gonna go with chemo. I think
Okay.
Yeah.
we could do without the other stuff. Also, Thomas Guide, Jackie, right? Thomas, do you guys remember Thomas Guide, the giant map
No.
that you'd have to put in your car back in the 90s?
Oh, I think we
Oh.
called it the key maps. Is that the same thing?
No, this
It's
was
like a
like
big orange. Okay.
maybe. I just remember it being, well, my dad worked as a civil engineer for this state of California, and he just had this massive thing called Thomas Guide, and I guess that's what all the engineers that he worked with had got, and it was just this huge thing, like that was all the maps of everything. You would have to get them for each region, but that's what we had in the car. So I'm good with Thomas Guide. I don't need to
You made it
GPS.
work.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're glad you're doing okay. We're
Yeah.
sending you good vibes. Keep us posted on all that.
And do not take any medical advice from us.
Yeah, that's true. Again, we point this out
Yeah.
every episode. Okay, next round. We have central heat, which leads to central air conditioning. That was pointed out. And that is
Okay.
by Alice Parker. And then wash and wear cotton, which was somebody, Ruth Benarito.
Oh.
Versus what? I mean, what was cotton?
It was like you couldn't, like polyester, was a lot of like fabrics, I guess, that were not, well, I don't know if that's true or not. What did I have no
Like,
notes.
what was
So
it before?
I'll do a little research while you guys talk about what you think about central heat.
I mean, that saves lives, like heating and cooling.
Yeah, kind of exactly where my mind first went. Definitely.
Yeah, I first went like, if I could do without heat. Like, you can always put something else on. But as soon as you said it was connected to cooling, I cannot be hot. Like, if that's what birthed AC, then I'm gonna ride hard for my girl.
Yeah. Okay, hold
Yes.
on. Ruth, okay, you're right. I feel like when I saw this, there was a good thing. She notably contributed to the development of wash and wear cotton using a technique called cross-linking, which strengthens the hydrogen bonds between cellulose molecules of cotton fibers. I think it's just important because the clothes lasted longer, basically.
Okay.
And I like to wear only cotton if possible. Like, I'm a very natural fibers kind of person. Cotton most preferably because it's, one of my little sensory thingies.
Okay.
And so I feel very strongly towards cotton, but I also feel very strongly towards air conditioning.
Yes, towards heating and cooling. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I like when
Definitely.
people live in
Yeah.
like natural disasters. I like when those things get fixed so more people can live. That's great. So yeah, I think that's got to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. As living in the East Bay of California or Bay Area, it gets very hot. But then also, my daughter's father, he's from Texas, so yeah, no, we could not do trips to Texas in the summertime if there wasn't
Mm-mm.
air conditioning.
The Bay Area has some of the wackiest weather that I have ever encountered. I don't understand it. Whenever I go, I'm like, I'm going to California. I'm going to pack t-shirts. And then I get there, I'm like, where's my parka? Like, I'm freezing.
The Bay, absolutely. Like we really do. We have what everyone loves to refer to as our microclimates. And like you can be in San Francisco and freezing in one spot and then literally go around like a hill and you're in the sun and you're like, oh, this is California. So yes, you have to prepare with a sweater, multiple layers. So that's why we love backpacks here, or just really big bags that have additional pieces of clothing to assist in that. So even today, yesterday was so hot, and then today I literally was very, very cold. So yes, that is very
I'm
typical.
I'm a fan of a ludicrously capacious backpack myself. I do get called out on that frequently.
Succession reference.
Look at that. Ding.
The Disgusting Brothers.
I did get called out for my backpack.
We
though,
have
and
a
I was
lot
like,
of
somebody
those
say it.
types here, by the way, in the Bay
Oh,
Area.
yeah.
The Disgusting
Oh, yeah.
Brothers.
That makes sense.
It's a
Yeah.
major problem. Tech bros. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Well, no air conditioning for them. They don't get it. But they can have cotton, I guess.
Have
All
you
right.
seen that woman? Her most of her shtick online is things men shouldn't have.
No, but I
No.
like
She'll
that
be
one.
like, "Oh, I'll find it and I'll put it up," but she'll be like, "Air conditioning, that's for girls." Like,
I agree.
like
Yeah.
opinions. Why do you have those?
Those are just for girls. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I remembered
Okay.
her name.
Well, you'll find it, and then we'll put it either in the notes or there'll be a ding. You might have noticed, which is that we've done a little bit less on the editing side in our videos, and that is because it's exhausting, and we don't know how many of you are actually watching them. So, let us know if you're watching or if you're just listening, and how sad you are that the graphics are gone, and then we'll tell Bobby to get on it.
Bobby.
Bobby doesn't exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you're sad about the graphics, keep your opinions to yourself
You don't get them. Only us.
until we get an 8-figure deal.
Yeah.
It's just
that's
our
coming.
faces.
Okay. Next
Fair.
round, we have nystatin, which is an antifungal medication, which I think was like one of the first antifungals that now all the other ones are kind of based off of, versus Kevlar, which is a bulletproof material and also used in boat hulls. Oh, and the inventors of these things were, I should have had this in order. Kevlar was Stephanie Kuolek, and nystatin was a combo of Rachel Fuller Brown and Elizabeth Lee Haase.
You said boat holes. Is that what you just said right now? Boat
Yeah,
holes?
boat holes.
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 Bottoms.
Yeah. I guess probably holes too. I feel like if there's a hole, you just slap some Kevlar on there, probably take care of it.
Those are tough.
Those are tough, but I feel like here's the thing. When do we need Kevlar? We need Kevlar when there's law enforcement going out to deal with things. That's when people are wearing bulletproof vests. When are law enforcement officers going out to deal with things? Probably when they're not supposed to be. Probably when they should just be at home and shut up.
And who's shooting? Who's shooting all those guns? Men.
Yeah, men. Yeah. So
So
who likes fungus? Not me.
nobody.
I mean, I like mushrooms and their mycelium and them having their combos underneath the trees. Those ones, those are great. The kind that grow in between people's toes, not a fan, If it's in your labia, not great. So like,
We're inches away from the winner of the worst word.
oh, that's right, but we're not.
I'm not
saying.
saying.
So I'm going to say
I'll go
nystatin.
antifungal. I'll go in unless you're going to bring up a woman who invented an anti-man thing.
What do you think, Mena?
I am so pro mushroom that I'm struggling. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think I'm on the same wavelength as both of you. I think it's got to be antifungal, just because we're ladies. We could deal with that. And then also right, we like to hike. I like to hike. I like to go out in the mountains, and that can lead to issues.
Things
So
happen.
we're gonna say yes, antifungal cream is gonna be the winner here for me personally.
Yeah.
So I can keep hiking.
Also, like, I feel like more people in the world will use nystatin at some point in their lives than Kevlar.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not accessible to everybody. It's expensive and
It's not for everybody. Yeah.
it's not for everybody. Yeah. Okay. Next two are VoIP, or Voice over Internet Protocol, which was Marion Croak, or mobile x-rays, which were Marie Curie. And I know that she had a ton of other things. Another one being her work with also chemotherapy and radiation therapy and that sort of thing. But since we already mentioned that for another inventor, I decided to just pick one. And her mobile x-rays were used in battle. Like, they were able to take the x-ray machine around and diagnose people without having to like put them in the hospital, I guess, which is wild.
Like on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, solving a problem for men, created by men.
Yeah. The women are like sitting around like, God, it's taking forever for the
You,
X-ray. I guess we better invent something so our husbands can come
well,
home.
I
And
mean, if they're at war, who starts all the wars?
that's right.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I
What?
think I'm gonna go with the mobile
VoIP?
X-ray because no, the mobile X-ray
Oh,
because I mean VoIP, yeah, because I mean I guess what I'm thinking of is yes, war, but also like remote areas that
oh,
that need like one of the organizations that I used to donate to like would do emergency tent clinics in areas that are have conflict. I imagine they use a lot of mobile X-rays there. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
And before we continue, I don't think I said this at the top of the show, but after we record this episode, y'all, we're going to record another episode with Mena talking about some of her other wonderful things that she's doing and other organizations she's working with. That will be a free bonus episode. So look out for that. And please go listen to it and support those organizations as well. But
Thank you.
maybe I'll put an extra bonus thing at the top before I
mm-hmm.
release this one. The other thing about VoIP is I don't like that it's replaced the landline completely. Like you can't get a landline anymore.
Mm.
And that feels like a safety hazard for people like me who live in a hurricane area because if the Wi-Fi goes out, I can't call anybody and I'm stuck in my house and there's a giant flood. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I don't like it.
Well, that's not VoIP's fault,
Well,
right?
it knocked out the need and or
VoIP's
the
existence. Oh, okay. VoIP's existence erased landline. Okay.
because now even the companies that used to offer landlines, they say it's a landline, but it's not. It's connected
Okay.
through a wireless thing. Although we couldn't be doing this podcast without VoIP, so that's
Oof.
a predecessor for us.
Well, when you put it like that, versus the war-torn people that
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go with the X-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. X-ray. Me too. I just feel like points should be made when they can.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we need to hear all the arguments.
Okay. Next, we've got Q-tips versus the electric fridge.
Oh,
Did you
sure.
know before the electric fridge, an ice box? I didn't know this for some reason because I'm a ding dong. The ice box was just like an insulated box, and people would have a block of ice delivered to their house every 2 to 3 days, and it would just go on the top and like a cooler that you just keep in your house. And it would have a drip pan at the bottom, and it was the Iceman would come to your house. I hate it. It's so creepy to me.
It's very inconvenient.
The Iceman delivery, that sounds pretty hot. I don't know.
Oh, does it? To me,
Better
it sounds like
vibes. Better vibes.
it felt like murdery to me.
Oh.
Like the Iceman with his ice pick is coming. I don't know.
Yes.
Um,
No, I am so reliant on Q-tips. I'm like literally
I
torn
know.
here. I need my Q-tips, especially because of all the
Well-
piercings I have and just yeah.
but you could substitute for something. I feel like the refrigeration also refrigerates medications
Mm.
and experiments to improve fungal creams or
Yeah.
something.
And breast milk you can put in the fridge
Breast
for
milk.
later.
Breast
Yeah,
milk,
I
yes.
think anything cooling is going to win for me.
That's a good point.
The husband of the inventor of the Q-tip, who I don't think I said her name, but the reason that she invented it was because her dadgum husband was wrapping cotton around a toothpick and sticking it in her child's ear. And she was like, please don't put a toothpick in my kid's ear.
Well, but now Q-tips aren't allowed near ears either, which
Well, okay, but for me, who's
mean-
special, it's allowed in my ears.
yeah, because you do it the right
'Cause I do
special
it right.
way. Yeah.
Mhm. Her name is Zuita Gerstenzang. And then the electric fridge was Florence Parpart. Parpart. I feel like that was a
Oh,
French
is
name.
she French?
It feels French to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was. But.
The French have done some interesting work. Yeah, it's going to be refrigerating for me.
Yeah. Can I tell y'all something gross that I do with Q-tips?
Please do always.
Do we
Thank
have a
you.
choice? I mean,
No, I'm gonna tell you. I have really bad allergies now, or maybe it's my perimenopause. I don't know, but my booger production in the morning is really bad, and every time I wash my face, it's like my nose is full of snot, and blowing my nose is great, except for then I get like the bottom of your nose gets all rough from the tissue. So now I do like a swirl with a Q-tip in my nose. Is that weird?
No.
no. I thought this was going to be way grosser.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the only person that I know that does it, and people judge me when I do it. But maybe I just am thinking that that's happening myself. I'm back.
I don't know. I know this sounds crazy, but I'm still quite, I'm not fully bought in on the refrigerator.
All right, well, if you had to remove one from your life for a week, which would be more devastating?
The Q-tip.
Like, I can order DoorDash, bitch.
Exactly. Okay, yes. Also, the like other side of me, which you guys will maybe I'm trying to like keep it tamped down because it can be a little, but like the idea of how the refrigerator has replaced, humans actually like having their own food supply, right? And being ready for an emergency if there is no electricity. I always look at that as kind of like a negative, So yes, it does save lives. We are able to store medication, but maybe we could have in the ice box too, with the hot Iceman showing up once in a while. But yeah, I think I couldn't live without my Q-tips for a week, honestly.
Okay.
I have to say refrigerator because
Yes.
I'm scared of the Iceman personally. If there was
Well, now it would be contactless.
Okay, you're right. But what if there was a catalog and you could pick the Iceman based on attractive level and we could objectify men for once in their lives? And it would just be for our ice needs. Anyway, Fridge is going to move on.
I mean, what if?
What if we had that? What if something good happened for once? Okay, no, we don't get that. Next round, windshield wipers versus caller ID.
Oh, caller ID.
Caller ID, and it was also call waiting, by the way. Same person, Shirley Ann Jackson. And windshield wipers was Mary Anderson.
My God, as someone who like freaks out if there's stuff on my windshields, I'm like leaning towards windshield wipers. Because now with caller ID, people fake it anyways. You just you can do Google Voice and just pretend you're somebody else anyway. As a recruiter, I deal with that all the time.
Brought to you probably by Hedy Lamarr and whoever that lady is that did VoIP.
Yes.
For mine went right to safety with caller ID.
Well, see, I do safety with windshield wipers.
Yeah.
Because what if it's raining really hard and then it's like, what were people doing before windshield wipers? That's terrifying to think of people on the road without it.
Yeah.
And caller ID is so annoying these days because they're like, probably spam. Gonna send it to you anyway. Scam risk.
Could be your kid's school, might not be.
Yeah. I get mad every time I see that. I'm like, why did you put it through? You know what it is. Why, just don't bother me. Like, you put it on the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think businesses can pay, like scammy businesses can pay to not be considered that doesn't pop up for them. So I think it's capitalism at its worst, in my opinion. Yeah. So, yeah.
Also, have you ever replaced your own windshield wipers? Because then you feel like a badass for at least 2 hours after that.
If you need a win, replace your windshield wipers. I think I'm outnumbered, but I'm going to stick with caller ID. I don't know why.
It was a delightful thing when it first came out. When it first came out, it was a great thing. Yeah. I'm not answering the call anyway. Like, there are maybe 5 people for whom I will answer a call. You have to leave a message, and then I'll call you back.
Their numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I just started memorizing numbers again because you never know when you will have just one phone call that you're able to make. So I've, started memorizing phone numbers again, and that's been fun. It's challenging.
It is. Yeah.
Our minds are not what they used to be.
No, but the tune of Jingle Bells does help. Just a note out there. That's how my son memorized my phone number if you need it. But then you can only really use that for one phone number. Then you got to find another song for the next phone number.
Yeah, actually, I need to re-teach my daughter some phone numbers and probably our address too.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking, Jackie.
Maybe I'll just get tattooed on her. Is that legal?
Just Sharpie. So. Please return to.
Okay. Last one in this first round, we've got beer versus mint chocolate chip as a flavor.
Oh.
I don't really like beer at all, but I just think it's important to know that women invented it, not men.
Beer is like thousands and millennia years old.
Yep. Would you believe that your favorite beer was created by women in Sumeria and Mesopotamia almost 7,000 years ago?
Yes, I
Only women were allowed to drink beer and operate breweries for centuries. They were also the only ones who could run taverns or brew the drink due to their excellent skills.
Ooh,
oh yeah,
sounds about right.
Yep.
Yes.
And then mint chocolate chip was Marilyn Ricketts. It's the 4th most popular ice cream flavor.
That sounds like the lady who invented mint chocolate chip.
Yep.
And she was also a piano teacher.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Mary. Mint chocolate chip is not a win
You
for
don't like it?
me. No.
Mm.
Mm-mm. Mint and chocolate's not a combo that I like at all. And
I'm
beer, I
just
mean,
so
beer has created a lot of problems for me in my life, but there's nothing like a refreshing cold one.
I just had to write a letter to HEB corporate because they discontinued my non-dairy mint chocolate chip. I'm pretty upset about it because there's so few non-dairy options out there, and this one
Mm-hmm.
was so good, and it was like twice the price of any other thing, and I was willing to pay for it. The vanilla is just not as good. I'm heartbroken by it.
My mother had a very interesting customer service experience. She went to Costco and bought, I guess, a 36 pack of Scott toilet paper,
Mm.
1,000 sheets in every roll. And she texts me and she goes, "Hold on, let me find this. She'll be mortified."
Good. Oh, good. That's what we want.
A noteworthy item of the day called Kimberly Clark, like the huge, like
The
yeah,
huge, yeah.
I just called Kimberly Clark because I purchased a 36 roll of Scott toilet paper from Costco the last time I was there. Typically, there are 1,000 squares per roll, and now there are 1,100 squares, which had me thinking that something had to have changed.
I love it.
Sure enough, so far, every roll that I've used hasn't had any perforations in any of the squares. The person I spoke with assured me that this is not normal and that it would be escalated to management. In the meantime, they're sending me a Visa gift card, amount unknown, and that I will be hearing from them to get more details. Expect Visa card in 4 to 6 weeks. It pays to speak up.
Oh my
Wow.
God. I think your mom is my new hero. Because that's the kind of shit I notice, and that's the kind of shit where I'm like, capitalism. They're lying to us,
Yeah.
you
There's
know,
something
telling us
happened
it's
here.
It just-
Something's not right.
1100, but
It
then they're
also
not gonna take
seems
the little
like
preparation. Like your mom's on it. We need her.
no, I know, but it seems like two very different things in one. Like,
Perforations in the number of
what's up with
sheets.
this extra hundred
Well,
sheets?
it's the
But
quality,
then
right? I don't need an extra
Yeah.
100 sheets if the quality's gonna go to literal,
I don't.
shit.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah.
I'm
I need
picturing
an
her in the
update
bathroom with a
from your
pair of
mom.
scissors, also like cutting.
Well,
But she could probably tear it.
I
I guess
didn't
it's toilet
clock
paper.
this so far, so I thought she went through every single one and like checked for the perforations. And I told her, I was like, it sounds like technically there's only one square per roll if there's no perforation.
Mhm. One rectangle, a very long
It's just
rectangle.
That
Well,
what
we
would
need
Tara
updates.
have to say about that
Oh,
for the wiping your butt
for the wiping,
song?
I know. She would have thoughts, but well, she would
She
just
would
say
call.
use discretion, and she would definitely call because she's me, and I call about shit like that too. You don't have my
Something's
mint chocolate
up.
chip. Yeah. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna let
Anyway.
y'all vote first here. Beer or
What
mint
are we-
chocolate chip?
Oh, beer for sure.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with beer. Yeah.
It brings people together.
I don't really like a beer anymore. I've been trained out of it, but I just love that it was women and it was 7,000 years ago, and I just feel very proud of them. And you're
Yeah.
right, it does bring people together. It has made cornhole a thing, and all these things that happen are because of beer, really.
because-
Yeah.
yeah.
And then what would like 90% of Colorado do?
What would
They
they
weren't microbrewing beers, It's a pastime.
I
We
I'm
need to give that to them and to
Yeah.
Mhm.
all the mountain people, yes.
I'm Irish, so I don't think I'd even be here if
Probably.
beer wasn't a thing.
A twinkle in your father's
Just a twinkle
eye.
in a Mesopotamian lady's eye.
Yeah. Beer helps people make love, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the vibes.
Beer goggles, bringing sex to many. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm. All right. Well, we're in round 2.
Okay.
I'm proud of us. We've done it. This round starts with fire escape versus chemotherapy.
Oh,
Gosh.
Good
I'm
Lord.
gonna pick fire escape.
for the vibes.
How many stories could not be told? How many movies could not be made without the fire escape? I don't know. I have to think about it more, but
When
Yeah.
you said how many stories, I thought you were going to say like how many stories could I survive falling or jumping
Oh.
out into without a fire escape?
okay, but that too.
And I would say 2.
I'm just doing a quick Google. Hold on, please. Oh, well, that's not helpful. Countless. I was trying to find out how many people's lives have been saved by fire
I was
escapes.
just going to Google the same. Yeah.
Countless
Countless,
thousands.
countless thousands. So that gives us a parameter, not like millions.
Not countless millions. Hmm. Uh, yeah, I don't know, man. They both save lives. I just feel like chemotherapy was maybe a harder thing to invent.
Yeah.
Fire escapes were just like,
Let's put a
you could
ladder
also just keep
outside.
a ladder by your window, you know?
That's so true, actually. Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can go with chemo too. You're right. The ladder, right? Oh my gosh, because and that's limited to cities and apartment buildings. So we're being very
Yeah.
exclusive too.
Also, how much usage would we remove if people were just smarter and more careful? Like, surely, yes, there's electrical things and things beyond our control. But I will say poor decision making, and this is a scientific fact that I did not look up, is responsible for 68% of fires.
Right. If you've ever
Wow.
played The Sims, you know that to be true because if you don't study cooking and then you try to bust open a grill, you're in trouble,
Don't
Buster.
do
Like,
it.
all right, chemotherapy moves forward. All right, we've got central heat, which again leads to central cooling, versus nystatin antifungal medication.
You know my answer is cooling,
Yeah,
heating and cooling.
same.
I'm passionate about heating and cooling.
Yeah. I
Same.
wonder, okay, antifungal, I mean, this is what we did with antibiotics and vaccines. Like,
Yeah.
is there something else that's not a medication that can address a fungus, or will it eventually lead to you having to chop off that body part? That's my question.
I don't think we'll ever
Oh,
know.
We could never find
but
out that
I don't know.
information.
heat is what leads to fungus. So by having a central air, you can eliminate the proliferation.
So just put
Great
your
point.
feet in front of the AC
Mm-hmm.
and we just made something new.
Wow. Yeah, we just put our feet in an ice bath even. I mean, I feel like that would solve a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put our name on the inventor list. We've invented something.
We saw
Okay.
that.
Okay. Speaking of cooling things, we have the electric fridge versus the mobile x-ray. I'm going to go fridge personally. I think it helps more people. It's the usage is more general.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a mobile x-ray, there's still x-ray available. Like, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, but maybe nowhere that could help. Nowhere close enough that could help you.
Well,
Are
you
X-rays
take
just
risks when you
bones?
go out in the country. Yeah, I think x-rays are just bones because you need like an MRI for other bits or CT scans, right?
If this is limited to only finding out if you have bone breaks, then I will go refrigerator because I feel like a doctor, if they didn't have one, would you just go overboard. You just overcorrect the problem with the broken bone.
Wait,
That makes
say that
sense in my
again?
head.
What do you
I
mean?
think it's more than bone stuff.
Does it?
Okay.
Let's find out.
Oh,
Yeah.
it can also see like if you put something up your butt.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
So that saves a lot of lives.
It can
every
show
day.
it could show foreign objects. Oh, so both.
Well,
Yeah.
and just this is our monthly reminder. If you're going to put something in your butt, make sure it has a handle because it's a vacuum up there, y'all, and it's not coming back out.
And get your mammogram.
Okay.
Feels related.
It can, you know what, I should know this. It is related, kind of, but that's an MRI. That's an imaging thing. But it can detect pneumonia, tuberculosis, or lung cancer, which is, I had an x-ray when I thought I made the doctor do that. So, yeah, it can show heart failure, infections, kidney stones. Okay, so x-rays are more helpful than we originally thought.
Yeah.
It's almost like having more information helps.
Ah, damn it. You have to change your mind when you learn new things? God, dog it.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back to the trying to be like self-sufficient, a little more
Yeah.
self-sufficient. And also refrigerators are kind of probably, this may be an ignorant thing to say, but I think it's more limited to the Western world and more
Like,
developed countries, right?
Yeah, that makes
So-
sense. People are most
And how
likely
much
thriving without.
Yeah, how much electricity is it using for just like us, Richie Riches? I don't know. That's I would go back with X-ray. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to X-ray too because I like the idea of like. It made me think of being in France where you're going to the market, you're getting what you need for the day, you're spending $3 instead of, grocery shopping for $200 a week and overbuying and overconsuming. maybe we should all unplug our refrigerators.
Yes. Well,
Although I
it's
don't have
from
a
Let me
market
eat
to just
everything
go to.
first, and
yeah.
then
And that's what will make it so that there are less food deserts in cities too, because you'll need a market with proper food nearby because there's no refrigerators.
Mhm.
But
I think we're
there's
solving a
a
lot of problems.
there's a theory by, I don't know if you guys, like, I'm sure you have, but Heidegger talks about why refrigerators are bad. So
Oh,
I think that's where
no,
I
but
got my anti-refrigerator sentiment.
okay. Well, okay, I'll agree with, I'm going to switch my vote to X-ray once I
Okay.
found out new information, as is important on this podcast. We change our mind when we need to. And I will just hold space for the fact that you can have a cooler for your medications and your breast milk and your very important refrigerated stuff. You don't need an entire refrigerator. Would I be very sad to lose my refrigerator? Yes. Would I be more sad to not know if I had a light bulb in my butt? Yes. Should I put a
Yeah.
light bulb in my butt? No. No. Very breakable, turns out.
Yep.
Okay. Also hard to grab because you got to go all the way around.
Just so
Have
you
you
know,
guys
this
done
is
a bracket for butt stuff?
We should.
Preferable
this is
things to put in the
just
butt
keep
stuff?
talking because this is the promo for the show right now.
Yeah.
What we're talking about. Have you guys done butt stuff brackets yet?
Yes, because that, I think, can you invite me back for that one if it hasn't been
Yes.
done?
My favorite thing about this podcast is when we're halfway through and the guest is already like, I'm coming back. I have other things I need to talk
And
about.
it's gonna
I
be
love it so
gross.
much. Yeah. Yeah. Except for with Donnie when he was like, I'm coming back and this time we're going to keep it more
It's
PG.
gonna be less
Oh.
weird.
Less. Donnie's episode was the most fuckable animated cartoon jungle
Cat.
felines.
Yeah.
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 Wait, who won? Who was the
Well, we
top?
can't tell you the winner, but we
Okay.
can tell you there were a lot of tigers, a lot
Well,
of
it's out.
Madagascar.
It's out. The
Was-
episode's out.
I know, but I don't want. But if people don't listen,
Oh,
to
Yeah.
the
okay. Yeah.
order-
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted them to listen to the whole thing. Okay.
We'll
Was
tell you
Trent
offline.
from Daria on the list? Otherwise,
No, this is
Mm.
most fuckable fictional feline.
oh,
Cat-
feline. I
cats.
thought you meant okay, animated character. Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that
Okay.
would be a good
That's
one
very
because we've
specific.
done.
Yeah,
We've done
he made the whole
hottest-
bracket. He made the whole list.
It was very specific. Yeah. So we've done hottest Disney prince and hottest fictional
Feline.
feline. We should just do hottest animated guy and gal, maybe.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
I mean, it's
let's
Trent
keep
and
the wheels
Jessica
spinning on
Rabbit,
it.
but
Oh my
we should
gosh,
still go
Jessica
through it.
Rabbit. Woo. Okay. Last one in round 3. Is this round 3 already? No, round 2. Okay. Is windshield wipers versus beer.
Oh,
Beer.
yeah. Mm.
I'm gonna say windshield wipers as your local safety girly.
It's
I
okay.
have to.
You stick.
I can
See,
dissent. But
as someone who lived in Colorado in the mountains, like windshield wipers probably saved my life like at least 90 times. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do the safety one too and go with windshield wipers. But that makes me sad.
you can still drink beer. Here's the good news about this podcast.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You
It
can
doesn't
still
delete
use all these
anything.
things.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I have
We're-
to stick to my principles if I'm gonna go for it. I gotta cut the beer out of my life. I'm just
Okay,
kidding.
fine. No refrigerators, no beer, no fire escapes, no whiteout. No, it's okay. All right, we're down to the final 4. We've
All
got
right.
chemo versus central air and heat.
Ooh,
Both life-saving.
yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking is just how many different things need to be hooked or need it to be cool. It's like I'm thinking elderly people.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I'm also going back to Mina's point about refrigerators. Heating and cooling is another more like it's not available everywhere and people are doing all right. Although people do die in those like it's like every year there's a heat wave in France and like 100 old people die and it's like this is solvable, but
Yeah. This is what I keep telling Priscilla. We all have to relocate 150 miles north of where we are right now because it's just wherever you are, you have to cut your house
colder.
in half, get some of those big trucks that can move your house for you, and then just drive 3 hours and plop it down.
Yeah. I think chemo.
yeah.
For the same thing that Priscilla said. And I watched a show that talked about how you can architect your house to like keep it cooler.
Mm-hmm.
So with, some solving of problems and planning, you can do things to keep yourself cool. So yeah.
And central air and central heat are one thing, but there are like window units that are not being disqualified from this. And also you can make like a little
Space
air
heaters.
conditioning unit using like a cooler. I saw this done once. I haven't tried it myself.
And a
but
fan.
You get a fan, and you cut a hole and you just blow it through, and then it makes a little temporary
Yeah, or you
cooler.
can just like designate during the warmer months, like, all right, we're gonna, like you said, cool this room and just not go in our floor, like.
Yeah, this is where we sleep. We need it to be cold in here. The rest of the house is okay.
Cool areas, yeah.
I've survived after a hurricane for 3 weeks without power. It can be done. Sucks, but it can be done. All right. Again, I'm only 44 years old, and the last bad hurricane, I was like in my 30s. So again, elderly people, not as lucky in that area. Chemo, come on. All right. X-ray versus windshield wipers.
X-ray.
Yeah, X-ray.
It's going to be X-ray versus chemotherapy.
Yeah, it is. This is what's happening right now. Now, okay, I'm going to let y'all talk, but I have thoughts.
Well, I'm thinking back to our previous inventions episode, and it was down to
vaccines and antibiotics.
Vaccines and antibiotics.
Ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So if we just used x-rays, if everybody got a full body scan every year as prevention, we wouldn't need as much chemo, and maybe there would be alternative medicines that we could use, which there are.
Which they are working on all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe x-rays is... But again, we're specifically talking mobile x-rays. So...
That's true too.
Mobile x-rays. All right, well, if someone else say something.
I still like the prevention cure thing, but...
I mean, I'm kind of right there because I would even go, I know we're just going between x-ray and chemo, but I would even go further. Like, so not all, but so much of cancer is just from being poisoned every day by giant corporations and bad products. And, so yeah, which that doesn't really solve anything, but just the first thing kind of thought it came to my head with the whole prevention thing. That's a hard one. I guess it would be like good to know how many. I think I'm going with X-ray for this, just because it's such a wider array of people, right? When you're looking at both.
Yeah, I think I am too. Because I have to tell myself I'm not like saying, by voting for one, I'm not saying the other is bad.
Yeah, they made it to the final round for a reason.
They made it, yeah. It's not an insult. It's a difficult decision.
But, chemo is obviously super, super important, and I know, but there are other methods that are utilized for cancer treatment. And I know that like my aunt is not a candidate for chemo, and she's doing some other methods, and they are effective, and she's doing well. And so I feel like we're not removing all cancer treatments, and that's good. We're just saying x-ray.
We're actually not doing anything.
We're not. We're just talking on a podcast. It gets so intense at the end. You're right. Guys, it's a Wednesday afternoon. We're just sitting in our houses talking.
Stressing about hypotheticals.
Yep. Okay. I think x-ray. Is that what we all decided?
Mobile x-rays invented by...
Marie Curie. Curie.
So
she's important. So we're glad to have her.
Yes.
Yeah. She said, and you know what else? If we keep her around, she also invented radiation. Helpful.
Helpful.
Not radiation. What did she invent?
Didn't she?
Radium and polonium. Let's see. Her separate work on radioactivity, biological research into cancer treatment. She did a lot of great things. So we keep her around. We're solving a lot of problems.
Shout out to Marie Curie.
Yeah.
One of the best tweets of all time, which will be included in the promos for this, was I'm actually friendly with her on Instagram. Eileen O'Connell said to a guy that she was related to Marie Curie, and he goes, "It's pronounced Mariah Carey." And it went super viral, and Mariah Carey even saw it and everything. So one of my favorite.
And this
moments.
is why we like female inventors, because listen to what the men do. All right. Well, please let us know where we went wrong. We know we did. We know you're hitting your steering wheels and stomping your feet and thrashing your bodies around violently, maybe gronking and caw-cawing at us, as crows and ravens do.
Putting your windshield wipers on in spite.
Very fast mode. Please, please, please also remember to rate and review. You might have your review read on the podcast, and tell a friend. We love it when you have a friend come listen to us. And I forgot to say this at the top of the show also, but we've kind of forgotten to talk about it. If you would like to be a guest on the podcast and you have a bracket that you really, really feel passionately about, please slide into our DMs or email us at wesaywhatpod@gmail.com and let us know. And we'll, and also the rule was that you had to leave a review and screenshot it and prove to us that you listened. And
even if the review says, I'm leaving this so I can submit a bracket, that's fine.
That counts, yeah.
Yeah.
And very important, please come listen to our bonus episode with Mena so that you can hear about all the awesome things she's up to. That will be released on the same day as this episode. So you can find that one on Patreon, but it is free. You don't have to pay anything. You just go listen to it over there. And Mena, can you tell everybody where they can find you and your awesome work?
Oh yeah. So I'm working on a documentary that follows my family's life. So that is at Rebel Woman Film on Instagram. And that's probably pretty much it in terms of promoting anything for myself. But yeah, you can get more information there. If you want to know other things that I'm working on, you can just DM me there.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on. This was such a good chat.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we'll talk to you witches and crows next week.
See ya.
Bye. You can have your opinions, but we say what?